Blue sky, silver death, a maneuver too daring. The Sukhoi Su-27 thundered through the summer sky, its engines roaring like a tempest. The crowd below felt the vibrations in their chests, a testament to the raw power of this magnificent machine. A silver falcon against a canvas of blue, it sliced through the air with precision and grace. The sunlight danced off its sleek body, creating a dazzling display of light and shadow. Inside the cockpit, Colonel Volodymyr Topinar and Colonel Yuri Yegorov, two of Ukraine's most decorated pilots, prepared for the maneuver. Their faces were a picture of calm determination, a stark contrast to the adrenaline-fueled excitement of the crowd below. A daring, low-altitude pass, designed to push the limits of man and machine. The Su-27 skimmed the airfield, its wings slicing through the air with surgical precision. This was not just a test of skill, but a demonstration of the bond between pilot and aircraft. The crowd below, tens of thousands strong, gasped in awe as the fighter jet dipped low, wings nearly grazing the airfield. Children pointed in wonder, while adults held their breath, captivated by the sheer audacity of the maneuver. It was a spectacle of power, a breathtaking display of aeronautical skill. The Su-27 twisted and turned in the sky, performing feats that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Each loop and roll was executed with flawless precision, a testament to the pilot's unparalleled expertise. But in a heartbeat, the roar of the engine turned into a deafening screech. The impossible had happened. The jet, once a symbol of power and grace, was now in distress. The crowd's gasps of awe turned into cries of alarm as the Su-27 struggled to maintain control. The pilots, seasoned veterans, fought valiantly to stabilize the aircraft, their training and experience put to the ultimate test. The tension was palpable, every eye fixed on the sky, every heart pounding in unison with the faltering engine. This was a moment that would be etched into the memories of all who witnessed it, a stark reminder of the fine line between triumph and tragedy in the world of aviation. The Sknyliv Airshow was a beacon of joy and excitement. People from all backgrounds gathered to partake in the grand spectacle. Anticipation filled the air. Every face in the crowd was turned skyward, eyes sparkling with eagerness. The sense of unity was strong as strangers bonded over their shared excitement. On that sunny July day, the Sknyliv Airshow was more than just an event. It was a celebration of history, progress, and the human spirit. The sun cast a golden glow over the festivities as laughter and conversation filled the air. Commemorating the 60th anniversary of the Ukrainian Air Force, the event attracted a huge crowd. People traveled from near and far to be part of this historic moment. The pride was almost tangible as the crowd honored the brave service members. Families, veterans, and wide-eyed children gathered to witness the spectacle. Parents hoisted their children onto their shoulders for a better view, while veterans shared their stories. The diverse crowd showcased the unifying power of such events. The atmosphere was electric, a mix of national pride and childlike wonder. Flags waved in the breeze, and cheers erupted as the first planes took to the sky. The anticipation grew with each passing moment as the crowd awaited the main event. The air show promised thrilling aerial acrobatics, showcasing Ukrainian aviation. Pilots performed daring stunts, their planes twisting and turning in the sky. The crowd gasped and applauded, marveling at the skill and precision. No one could have foreseen that the day of celebration would end in tragedy. In an instant, the joyous atmosphere was shattered, replaced by shock and horror. The crowd's cheers turned to screams, and the festive air was replaced by the wail of sirens. The spirit of Sknyliv, once bright and hopeful, was forever altered by the events of that fateful day. Against all odds, the pilots and their burden. Topinar and Yegorov were the pride of the Ukrainian Air Force. They were more than just pilots. They were icons of hope and resilience for a nation that looked to the skies for inspiration. Their skills were unparalleled, their reputations flawless. They had flown numerous missions, each more challenging than the last, and had always returned triumphant. Yet, behind the confident smiles and assured waves, there was a hidden tension. A tension that gnawed at their very core, invisible to the adoring public, but all too real to those who wore the uniform. The pilots had voiced concerns. concerns not just about their personal safety, but about the safety of their comrades and the success of their missions. Concerns about the complexity of the maneuvers, the limited practice runs, and the last-minute changes to the flight plan. These were not trivial matters. They were issues that could mean the difference between life and death. Their request for more time, for more simulations, had been dismissed. The higher-ups, focused on the grandeur of the upcoming airshow, seemed oblivious to the very real dangers that the pilots faced. The show, they were told, must go on. The public's excitement and the nation's pride were at stake, and there was no room for hesitation or delay. And so, burdened with the weight of expectation and a gnawing sense of unease, they took to the skies. Each flight was a testament to their courage and dedication, a silent promise to their country that they would do whatever it took to protect and serve. The skies were their battlefield, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, even if it meant pushing themselves to the very limits of their endurance. The countdown begins. Mistakes and misjudgments. The Su-27, a formidable machine, executed every command flawlessly. But in the congested skies over Sknyliv, even the smallest error could spell disaster. The pilots, possibly blinded by the low sun, miscalculated a crucial turn. The unreliable warning system failed to alert them in time. Miscommunications between the control tower and the cockpit only worsened the situation. The fate was sealed, and the once proud Silver Bird began its tragic fall. The sound of the impact was overwhelming. The Su-27, engines roaring defiantly, crashed into the ground near the parked planes. A colossal fireball erupted, consuming everything in its vicinity. The crowd, taken by surprise, watched in terror as flames soared and smoke filled the air. Panic swept across the airfield. The air, heavy with the stench of jet fuel and burning metal, was filled with screams. The festive mood vanished, replaced by a haunting scene of chaos and despair. The inquiry uncovered numerous mistakes: inadequate planning, lax safety measures, defective equipment, and a mindset that valued spectacle over safety. The pilots were quickly held responsible. Topinar, who astonishingly survived the crash, received a 14-year prison sentence. Yegorov did not live to stand trial. The victims' families, their sorrow mixed with anger and a demand for justice, found little comfort in the judgment. The Sknyliv disaster starkly highlighted the devastating human toll of systemic failures. Though time has moved on, the wounds of that tragic day are still felt. A memorial near the crash site serves as a poignant reminder of the lives that were lost. 77 innocent lives, their futures cut short in a moment of horror. Every year, the people of Lviv, a city forever changed by the disaster, come together to pay tribute, to remember the victims, to honor their memory, and to pledge that such a tragedy will never be repeated. The Lviv airshow disaster was a catastrophe of immense scale. It stands as a powerful reminder of the perils of negligence, of exceeding safety limits for the sake of entertainment. This event underscores the value of human life, emphasizing that no spectacle is worth endangering it. The insights gained from this tragedy should echo well beyond aviation, reminding us that safety, vigilance, and accountability are essential principles for a secure future.